Okay, let's get rolling, everybody. We're going to do a roll call.
You want to have a quick roll call and we'll get this started?
We have
Everybody good with that?
Ed and Susan Wright.
Dinner roll.
I have his proxy.
Dinner rolls?
I have his proxy. Okay. We have John and Nancy King. Clayton and Julie Wood.
Oh, we're
Doug Pitts. We have Gail Johnson.
We don't have
Robert and Anna Castor.
Hi.
Hi.
no Gail.
I don't need to sit down. I was just trying to come over here.
You're allowed to sit.
I'll sit at the head. I'll sit at the head. I'm running this meeting.
Robert and Anna Castor.
Nope.
Nope. Greg Cox. Here. All right. We have Jeff Jackson, Jackie Weaver. We have a proxy for Jackie. Dennis Meredith Wilson.
Dennis is here.
Rod and Carol Moore.
Yes.
We have Judy Whitman.
No.
She couldn't make it. She could not.
No, he gave it to Jeff.
Oh,
Phil.
Phil, yes, I'm sorry.
Perfect. We have Byron Triggs. Stephen Norville.
no.
Chris Austin.
That's me-ish.
All right.
Me-ish. Give or take. Yeah.
No hedge.
Georgia.
With the B.
No Georgia.
George is not here,
She's not here.
Then you have hedge.
We don't have
but I'm
Hedge.
holding her proxy, so I'll take her place.
Oh, you really?
Christine Conklin. Hayes Caldwell. Chris Hudson.
Proxy's not speaking.
We have Burt McCain.
You know, the proxy's not speaking.
Paul and Bonnie Morris.
Oh, yes, it is.
No,
And it's
We
question
have
after
Princess. We
Yes.
have Max. We do not have a Max. Jerry Loggins. DM Edwards. We have an Aaron Owens. We have Mike's proxy, and we have Tom and Val Brandon. All right. Cool.
how are the puppy dogs?
Really what I want to do is just start and first of all say, man, I hate that this has got to be the reason for the meeting and us having to meet over figuring out the levy. I mean, I know it's been an ongoing deal. We continue to fight it. Every year it's something else. But what we've done is we recognize the problem. We've looked at it different ways, and what we've done is put together a couple options on the best way, best ideas that we see fit to fix the problem. We're not experts, we're not engineers, but we spent enough time on the levee, we've looked at it enough, we watched it, where we kind of feel like we know what the issues are. And once again, we think that what we put together and what we received by who we met with is a pretty good plan.
And we've had Breedlove look at it,
And we've had Breedlove look at it, and
who is an engineer, and I've talked to him again.
he's aware of what we're doing, and he agrees that.
He agrees that that's pretty much where you are on the widening.
Correct. The reason I say that is because I don't think anybody, I think I can speak for the board and everybody involved and say that we understand the significance of what we're doing and what's going on. We got to look at it from a perspective of it's the club's money, it's membership's money. We're all voted in to be stewards of that. So full disclosure in everything we do. And on top of that, we hold proxies of maybe 5 or 6 members that aren't here. So for that reason too, we don't take any of this lightly. We're looking at it as serious as possible. And kind of the reason for the meeting is you've seen the bids. Everyone's been around long enough to understand the situation and the problem. What's everybody's thoughts? What's the feedback? The first issue we've got to face are the 2 problem areas that we've got on the levee side of the creek. One is right around the same spot as we did last year, right there at the beginning of the trees where the creek tightens up, and the history of that stretch of the levee, we've looked at it, is that it's any bit 6 feet and longer, 6 feet and wider, or 6 feet shallower than any other stretch of that levee. If you look at it from the lake side, it runs down to about Aaron's past there, cuts back in, and then that makes up the section that we've over the years had the issues with. Goes back to the first fix that we had when Hub was president, and we went through and we did 2 fixes. It starts right in that exact same spot. The slope of the levee is greater there than any other portion of it. There's something to that area that we're finding. The 2 fixes there are priority. The first one, like I said, is kind of the fix that we looked at a year ago. The second one is a little further down. If any of you had the opportunity to go look at it, what we've noticed is at the top of it, right there where it starts sloping down, it's just a long stretch or separation to where that slope is separating from the top of the levee and sinking down. We mentioned at the meeting we had dumped 2 to 3 yards of clay when we first noticed it, hoping to fix it. Maybe it slowed it down, maybe we wasted the money, but what we've noticed here is we've lost more of it since then. I'd say right now we're down maybe a foot. Do you think that's?
Saturday, I thought it was a little more. Are we talking about the east side of the creek and the west side of the levee, right there where it's sloughing off?
Yeah.
That's 100%
Yeah,
correct. I mean, it might be more, it might be 2 feet.
Yeah, Jackie and I were out there and it was easy 2 feet, a couple of places.
And it hadn't done anything but progressively get worse.
Right.
It's not getting better, whether it be rain, whether it be different materials, where the material line from the first fix hits the material that was existing.
Breedlove said to just continue putting the clay on it and packing it. He said you just gotta keep on it.
Until maybe we find footing or a solid bottom.
He said
where
that's
it
all you
stops
can
doing
do.
it.
It's gonna keep sloughing.
So,
You gotta stay on it.
um,
So the original fix, when he dumped those on there, it definitely helped. It definitely held on for a while. We just gotta keep doing it.
just keep adding on there. Straight
And
line.
hopefully this next deal will ease it up.
Yes, sir.
I'm appreciative of the fiduciary responsibility to which you refer, and I would suggest that we're gonna cure whatever we need to cure, obviously, but it's gonna always be an ongoing problem.
Agreed.
We're never gonna get it, unless we concrete it at both sides, you'll never get it to stop, so it's gonna be an ongoing project. It has been, for the last 10 years. I think it was neglected primarily before that. And we've done a lot to help it, and I know it's gonna be an ongoing thing. My question about these 2 proposals, I've briefly read them, I haven't really studied, but I don't see what the difference in the first, I mean, I know there's differences. Why? Why do we have differences in the first 2 proposals?
Yeah, from 389 to 393.
My thought being, why not get the best out of both of them, or combine them? And if, you know, if it costs a little more money, it's gonna cost a little more
Sure.
money, but let's get the fix going as best we can.
That's why we did 389 is strictly the levee side of the creek.
Okay.
That's the emergency, that's the critical move that regardless of what we decide to do, that's the critical move to fix those 2 areas. We think the timing's right because really, once you get into September, if the rain sets in, then all bets are off. You can't get equipment in there, and then you're at the mercy of the winter and the weather, essentially, what kind of rain you get. 393 to 395 is the difference in those. 393 strictly, maybe 395. The cheaper one strictly removes the trees on that run, nothing more. Gets in there with a track hoe while he's here with the equipment, digs them all up, piles them up.
It just.
We didn't look at burning yet, just because
We
it's
need to
August.
cut the trees
And I don't
and
think
grade
it's
it all.
responsible to burn a big pile like that
That's
in
what
the
we did.
middle of August.
I don't think that was gonna change the contour of the creek either.
No,
Here's
not at all.
393.
Strictly remove the trees, pile them up and be gone, because we think the trees Or
I was
what's
looking
the
at
Talking
that.
about based on the west side,
correct? Yes.
The west side of the creek.
West side of the creek.
Whose property is where those trees are?
Martin's. That stretch.
Sure gotten big here.
and,
They have.
and then is part of that to, I don't know what the right term, reduce his level so that the water can kind of,
Serve the floodplain.
yeah.
That's
393.
correct. We looked at the original, the 393 to begin with, and it came back at 25,000. We want to give two options. We understand it's a lot of money. And what that does, that option right there digs out some of the creek, widens it, and tapers it up to allow it to be mowed, managed, and for that area right there, hopefully serve as a floodplain and pull some of that pressure off the levee when that water's running through there.
Okay, so if we did both of the first two proposals, so one's one side of the creek and one's the other?
That's correct.
Tell me.
The first proposal, 389, is strictly the levee.
Okay,
393 is the more extensive fix on the creek side, on the west side of the creek. That includes digging it out,
but it's also what, 25,000?
25,000.
So if we did both of those, would it take 50,000?
Yes.
Or he could do it for 40 or whatever?
We hadn't gone in to negotiate, but I'd be willing to bet if we decide both of those, we'd go in there and try to work it.
Well,
They're gonna have their equipment in here.
And I think that's the reason why he bid it the way he did. We looked at that, the creek side, and we expected double what he quoted, if not more, just simply because of the scope of the work. But, a lot of that is because he said, if you want to do it or looking at doing it, the equipment's there, and a lot of the cost is moving the equipment to get geared up to.
Yeah, that's right.
Big
Well-
factor.
So can we get a bid that tells us just to do it and do it right? Instead of having two separate bids like this.
You
like
can add
said.
up 389 and 3,
Yeah, just combine.
He
the
just
two.
broke it
Right,
into
but
two
we would
bids.
just-
yeah, 393 and
But it's
395.
two different people though.
No, it's not.
It's the
It's
same-
all the same.
It's the same.
Oh, okay, I didn't look to
All
see,
same
who-
person.
I thought it might have
I had
been
it,
different people.
we had it separated in order to present it. It's a couple of options for
The
the,
deal
we
is-
just came in and said it's gonna be $50,000, here's what he's gonna do. Like I said, it goes back to being a steward of the money. Here are different options on.
Wow.
We have to
Okay.
do the levee side for 24,000 or whatever. While he's there, we
He
need
needs
to
to
do
do
the
the
other
other
side.
side.
And
That's
if
why
that-
it's broken up into two, but really, it's 50 grand and we have to,
It's 50
we
grand.
have to do it.
The other reason for that
Kinda.
is if we go in there and fix the levee side and spend another 22,000 on that, and the root of the problem is the creek,
We'll be doing it another.
We're gonna do it
20
again.
the
this fall.
trees, the bank that's built up on that side, the confinement of the creek, then year two we come back, we've got the same situation, same spot, we look back and say, man, we're
Well,
in
you
a
don't
good
know how much
opportunity.
water you're gonna get, how high it's gonna get at times, and the higher it gets, the more erosion and problems you have. And
Erosion's a
we're not-
factor.
We're not in control of that either.
No, and we think those trees, that right there, once the silt builds up and you get the high bank in there, it doesn't do anything the
So is-
creek is confined there, and that's more so than any other part of the stretch.
So is the creek shallower there? Is that what the problem, or it's just more
Tighter,
narrow?
more narrow.
Okay,
Right where the
now I
trees are.
understand, yeah.
is where it gets-
Well, and that bank's just built up, it's just a
Right.
deep
But in
bank.
that area where the trees.
Yeah.
It just that stretch right there, same stretch 10 years ago when we went, it's the exact same area. Steep on that side. So if you, the thinking is if you lower that side, that offers you some relief on the levee.
Is it the consensus of the board that we do both?
I believe it is.
I was just gonna ask the same thing. My question is, so can we, instead of voting on these two, well, three, but really two, can we vote to just combine them and let's just get it done? And if we have to make assessments or whatever, at least it's done correctly, and maybe it'll put us 5 or 6 years down the road instead of doing a quick fix, because the way I read it, these were only 2 choices, or well, 3 choices. So my question is, can we just vote right now, or somebody put it on the table to combine the 2, and let's just get it done?
100%. The first
Okay, I make a
one,
motion that we combine the 2 bids.
combine them, and the way that I was thinking that I'd written that is, vote for the project. First vote is for the levee side. Second vote is gonna be which one of the 393 and 395, do we wanna do the cheap fix, remove the trees, move on down the road, or do we wanna go in there, dig out the creek, widen it, and hopefully that,
I want you to negotiate a little better, and then I wanna just do the whole thing. I make a motion that we do the whole thing at one time.
Yep,
I second it.
yep.
Can I ask a question?
and before we put anything to vote, we need to talk. We need, everybody
What
needs
about
to
the
chat.
money?
Yeah,
That's what I
that
was
was my
just gonna
question,
say.
is how do we set?
We've got roughly, excluding what we've got committed for the fish,
And seal coat, and those are things that people have donated and they're set aside. that we
correct.
don't
I think we're just about 53, maybe slightly over. So I think, depending on the clay, depending on what we use, depending on how well we negotiate from this point on, we feel like we're in the realm of having the project covered with what we've got.
They won't leave us with much.
Right, but we couldn't stockpile either, because y'all told us we couldn't add money and put it in there because it's gonna add to the income base.
That's true.
So,
It will. But now
we
we're
need
gonna
to spend
have,
it.
with this expense, we're gonna have we didn't have any taxes last year because we had a lot of expense, and that carried over to this year, and then this is gonna add to it. So,
But it's an expense.
So do you,
So we
and
can write
that'll
it off.
offset your income if people have to, if we want to do an assessment. The income, the expenses will offset.
I wonder if the membership makes a contribution to a fund like that, and it's not being spent,
Goes my door.
you can take the write-off when you spend it, I understand that, but up front, I wonder if there's a way to get around it being taxable income.
There's no way to get around government. Because we're gonna have 50,000 in expenses, basically. So if we get.
Yeah, that'll offset it, take this year.
This year, and this is why I say we have some.
Logie, biscuit.
And do we, the next question is do we want to try to build it back up on a 3-year call like we did before? That's something that we want to look at too. Hadn't gotten that far. But, that worked. We did 2 years out of the 3-year call and funded what we did. And
Well, what's the next major thing that
It'll be
I
the
guess
next
could
emergency.
go wrong? Or what's the next biggest thing? Because we still won't deplete us. We have enough money to cover us. So what's the next, if you had to think of something that could go wrong, what would be the next big
It's
thing?
always the levy.
Right, so this gets us at least down the road where we
I'll
can
fund
put
the next time the
money,
street sign gets knocked over.
put
And the
money in.
trees. And the trees last year, we spent quite a bit on the trees cleanup last year, when all that big storm came through. But it's gonna be.
It's just gonna deplete our savings.
Yeah.
And the next time there's
How do we
emergency,
build- but
the
how do
next
we
time
build
there's
it up?
emergency, we'll have to ask for a couple grand from everybody.
or we can put together a 2 or 3 year call,
A buy-in.
2-year buy-in.
You can
and-
spread it out.
But that's kind of the
Spread
next,
out
the
an
future. I
assessment.
mean,
That's why I said, right now, the emergency is the
You're
levy,
still
right?
working overtime.
We got enough
I don't think
money.
money.
and yeah,
We have plenty of
we
money.
don't have to come out of pocket.
Well, we got the money.
So we can have a big meeting
Yes,
and
sir.
if we wanna do something, we can.
Well, that's what, so we got enough time to put money back into a savings. unless something
In
major
theory,
happens.
unless it washes this fall.
December to
Yeah,
offset the
but
expense.
This should
But are we gonna get a
push
warranty
us
on
on
it?
Not a bad idea. Sure do
the,
that.
Doubt it.
there's no warranty.
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean.
We
I
spend
don't know if
money
they
now.
warranties like that.
Right,
Well, they
with,
give you a little,
needs to be
I mean,
done.
it shouldn't fall
And
right
then by
back.
the
Well,
time
because it's so weathered.
that we have our next annual meeting, the board will have come up with a proposal to replenish the funds.
To regrow.
Whether it's by.
By the next meeting, 100%. I mean, if not,
It's not sooner,
before.
but I mean, I'm just thinking of getting everybody together to discuss it. That's
Sure.
That's the opportunity. And I would propose either an assessment or a dues increase.
that was the next topic of consideration too. Do we want to look at increasing the dues?
Or maybe both.
We could stagger them, we could do it all at once. You know, that next meeting might be a good opportunity to talk about
Yeah, let's vote on the fix first, so.
Yeah, we need to,
And I put a motion out there.
Yeah,
You've got
let's get the
more-
fix going and then decide
that.
how
In
to.
10 years' time from the first fix that we did, you could attribute that, like John mentioned, maybe to lack of maintenance years prior. In the last 10 years, I would make the argument that Tyler has grown so much that
It's
the volume of
concrete.
water down that creek
Absolutely.
every year intensifies, every year gets worse. And the situation's not gonna get better. What we've talked about and looked at too is going south in the creek from there.
we need to
That
widen
same
it.
side is gonna, in a few short years, we're gonna fight the exact same issue.
So, over the last 10 years, I don't know the exact number, maybe Carol does, we've spent in the neighborhood of.
A quarter.
Yeah.
250,000.
How much?
250,000.
225? Okay, so that's $22,000 a year. So divide that by 31 lots.
But a lot, and I'm new, so, but a lot of the, it seems like recently there's been, it hasn't been every year the same amount. It's been,
That's correct.
recently, there's been major expenses that we've had, correct?
The majority of that 225 we're talking about was.
Was in the
within
last 5
Within
years.
a year and a half span.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, so it's kind of hard to, we've had $250,000 in 2 years. It's hard to say we've had $250,000 over the last 10 years.
The first time it was in that spot.
Because it was like from
It
18.
was 2016.
100%
Oh,
correct.
16,
Yeah.
okay.
It was
And
Hub's
the
deal.
biggest chunk, the
We've
first
gone in
one.
one other time. This is our third time to go into that spot. And so we need to widen that area.
Absolutely.
And take the pressure off.
Absolutely.
And the other thing, before I forget about it, starting tomorrow, we're gonna put together a group. And we've already done it once. Mixed reviews, no results, whatever, but we gotta go to the city. We gotta do it again.
I agree. So I guess.
Got to.
I double agree.
We gotta put together, if we have one shot at it, one shot to go in, one shot to do it right, we gotta do the homework, we gotta do it. And if they still have rights to the lake for water, at some time they did, and if it hadn't been nullified, then, you know, there's a lot of different ways that I think we could approach it.
Do we know that the city has rights to water? Because every year we get that letter for that TCQ, remember that?
TCQ.
Yeah, it's a long.
So do we not
It's in
still, is that not
Texas.
still in
And
play?
and that's the one that
They have
says
rights
that
to
they
our
will,
water, that
Texas
they
will
have
take our water.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I've never heard that.
They
Did
can,
I dream that?
No,
But it's 99.
I don't know.
they have contemplated more than
it
once
might have come
about
from
incorporating
DEM.
us.
That's the expansion of the lake. They dug this out to city.
But wasn't that the reason that they
Increase
came
the
out and put the
levy.
levees in place to begin with?
I think it was,
They had rights to
Back
the water.
before.
So all that you think has gone away?
I don't think they were.
What's in writing and what's not.
Ownership.
At this point, they say.
There's nothing in the
it's not
deed
ours.
records.
We don't want any
We
part of
need
it.
DEM.
Now they
Because Hub chases numbers for us. And they just find out it's.
I think we need to
Hub got
have
'em.
a conversation with the lawyer. And I think Joe Baker is the person to meet with for lunch. And I've got a bug in his ear, and he's got some stuff going on with court. But I'd love for me and whoever wants to go to lunch with him to do that. Because he is not a fan of the city, and he's smart as an ex-judge, and I think he's our best, if he's willing to meet with us. But it wouldn't hurt to get some advice from an ex-judge
I don't remember how
or a lawyer who likes to fight the city. city.
They had the easement, and we got some money
I
for
mean,
that.
at least,
That's how
I'm
we
gonna ask, and I no promises, but I'll
And I
ask.
remember that.
That's how we put it. That's how we gathered this money. We had about 75,000.
But do they not have
I think beyond
When you
a
see
common
the easement
sense
just
approach,
goes
the first time we did last year, we,
They're still down there.
you know, Fritcher, some of the other
Down there,
firms
see
that
everything they've done on the other.
we got to do the fix in 2016, we can't get
Well,
to
I've
that.
seen the road, I've
I know,
seen
they
it.
buried-
Too big, too
buried
small project.
Huge things.
I mean, it's got that big
25 to
dug
30
out there
foot,
at the
they
Lucan
dug a hole
Spur
and
right
buried
now.
that.
They're a monster.
I'm not kidding, it is the biggest thing I've ever seen, they buried it over by their place, across the street. It's a
Longer term approach, like,
No, I mean,
That's all, that would be all.
Absolutely, and that's kind of, that, when we came into the annual
increase the
meeting,
flow through the pipe.
that was part of the talk.
And
But
that's-
from there,
That's gonna be their,
you know, because of,
We
we
wanted
kind
to
of got thrown in the
fix the
middle of working this, and
And then when the
really
road
put
was
time
paved,
into
fixed
a
it.
long-term fix, but
no such
You know, I have a question about
That's
that
a
because
huge-
when we, had that,
Nah,
you know, where the bridge was down here, and we had that man come in and just do that emergency fix, and you remember he made those big like baskets and filled them with stones and put them.
That's what I was wondering. Are you talking about gabions? Are those gabions?
Gabion.
Gabion,
Mhm.
thank you, sorry.
Yeah, Gabion cages,
Yeah.
and that's what we tried over here,
Are
You
they
did
Tom's
try it?
area, it's in Tom's area, and
Oh,
that's
sorry.
where the original blow-up was.
That's not
Well,
the
that was
original,
the
that
second,
was the
the original
second.
was Hubs, and
Was up there,
then that one, and
yeah.
now we're back on this side.
Right.
And this has been great, it got wider,
Right.
it's been maintained,
And the rocks are holding up, or those
Yeah.
cages.
it's all great, fantastic.
and that second fix, the second big one widened all that.
Yeah.
and
It widened it,
Really,
it
really
widened the
helped.
creek,
Right, cause
and once it
His
did
was
that, the
just-
pressure was
Right
off.
out there, you're talking about, why did?
Kind of.
On Burkeville,
right here,
when-
down.
that one, he just came and fixed that so it would go further, and then we
We
knew
pulled the
we
bridge
were-
out too and got the
Right.
pilings, and once
And then
those
they
were out,
cleaned that up, yeah.
And we briefly talked about riprap in that area right there.
Right.
But the concern and the worry was if we put it right there, what are we gonna fight on the water that's feeding into it and then on the backside as well?
Mm.
You know, are you gonna have water feeding in here and all you've done is create a, correct, and then
A what?
you're worse
an
off.
eddy,
Oh.
wherever you start and
Oh,
stop,
yeah.
it's gonna erode.
It's
So
just
anytime
not
you
a
put a
lot-
boulder
not a
in
lot of
there,
slope to it.
it's gonna
How
wash.
could we even put
Yeah.
that in there?
And there's
You
already
just-
a
So you
bottleneck
have to
there,
keep
so-
I mean, there's
expanding.
slope, but not-
You'd have to do
not
the
to the
entire
degree
thing,
of other
it just keeps
stretches.
reaching.
At the same width?
What do we think?
Is that what you're trying to say?
Involvement would be?
Well,
Don't know.
if you started putting
That's what I'm
rock
saying.
in
I
there,
think we
you're
need
just gonna have to keep
put a group
going, because
together
it's gonna grow.
and
Right.
Look at options.
It's really dangerous doing that.
So what if I put a retaining wall on my side? Would that
Maybe
damage
an
anything?
ideal solution might be to give them the 8
Well, you're
acres,
pushing the water into the levee.
let them build
I mean, where
In
all
theory,
that
it just-
wood, you know where all the weeds
That
and
was brought up.
stuff coming down my
Sure.
slope?
So we don't get
Cause I was
big
planning on going in
surges
there
of
this winter, and I was talking to Carolyn about it, but I was
Put a
planning on
retention
going
pond
in
or something over
there
there?
and
Yeah.
putting, cement
You know,
bags.
with-
So I don't have to keep cutting it and coming
just
up
go
the
on there,
slope.
just
Yeah.
allows
They're gonna
kind of a
wash.
constant flow of water, not a surge.
They'll do the same thing, it'll wash behind them and
You
move
don't
them.
have, I don't know
We're
if
just
you know,
gonna-
but when we
Even
did
if I
this-
dug
And
it
yours
out
is
into
really
it.
wide over there, but everything on the west side, where we're talking about doing here, we need to pull it back.
Oh, it's wonderful.
But
The
you're not
land,
gonna small
like your
the
land needs to be
levee
pulled back and make it wider.
on my side.
Mhm.
That's the side I'm talking about. If
I know,
went in there-
but, so if you put a wall in there,
Gentry?
you wanna make it more narrow. See, when you get narrow in the creek, it increases the velocity of the
I
water.
understand that, but
So
I
you
thought
need
if
to
I was
widen
coming
it.
in, coming off like that, coming down to the bottom where it's hitting rock bottom and going up, like
On your side?
on my side.
And that new.
I mean, it makes it
You're gonna-
wider.
Doesn't that?
It could, but the water will wash behind it and
And I
move
don't
it.
know.
You'll get
if
movement.
the city
Who
did
knows
in
what
fact
it'll do.
build that
It could hit
levee.
the wall and go
You know,
back
I've
to
thought
the,
about hiring somebody. to
Creeks
come out
don't
and
go
take
straight.
4 samples of it
Right.
to see what we're
they
doing with
get
it. But
silt
I
and
don't
then
know
they
if we
tilt
want that
and then they
on
go this way, they hit the wall,
I don't know
and
if
that's,
you-
so they
if
end
it
up
comes
being
back and it's
winding.
not,
And that's
you know,
what's happening to our levee.
so-
It's hitting the west
A million
side,
different ways of looking at it. I
moving
just
into
don't
the
know
east
the
side,
approach
when it
yet,
moves into the east side, it
or
cuts the
strategy to
levee.
go in there.
Then the
but
levee
there's gotta
starts
be a
falling
way
down.
Okay.
With
So
an
we need to
end
sure
result
it
in
up
mind, so we
somehow.
go, and here's what we're shooting for, here's what we want to
Well, because
accomplish.
see, the problem I'm having
I think
What has happened is there's been
is
more
trying to
concrete.
cut it and keep it down, and I got trees and everything,
riprap
so
both sides.
I was just thinking doing it like a retaining wall, but doing it with concrete blocks. Maybe I could show you, because I was gonna go in
No, it
and
wouldn't
clean
be
it
cheap,
down, and then.
You're saying
stack
on the
those
other side of the road?
concrete And walk it back.
No, I'm talking about all the way.
Seeing
down.
walking it back would be good, but it just
Well, he
needs to
was
be able to
talking about a
go this
retention
way, the
pond
water.
Retention
on
pond
the
would
other
be a
side of the
Instead
road.
of being
That was my
kept in
question.
the creek,
Over there behind
it
John
eats
Thomas.
into
Good
the
Yeah,
idea.
that's my
levee. It
question.
needs
Yeah.
to, that's a floodplain
Relieve
over there.
pressure.
Like your neighbors next
But
to
I
you, it
haven't
goes
been
way
back
back
on
in their
Remember,
yard.
they've been
Yeah, it
Really
goes up to their
helps us.
fence. I know, I
Really
watch
helps
it.
us.
And they-
It helps the levee.
Because
It's
it-
massive.
Cause when it,
And if
it
we
goes
bottled
in
it
my
up-
yard, but it really
Bigger
goes
tripod,
in
don't
his.
it?
Right, it has to do, it slows it down, it spreads it out. And so it saves the volume hitting the levee. So if we
when I get to
walled
that
it,
point, I'm gonna call you in.
well, we'd have to come look. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody just
because
needs
I
to
wanted to
look.
go slanted up toward my property, so I don't have to keep cutting it like that,
But you're
Like
thinking
a
the water
retaining-
will still be able to,
yeah, it just
Spread.
slant up.
I see.
All y'all's backyards are floodplains.
Yep.
And those are used for flood relief.
She just
and it
doesn't
needs
wanna have to
be-
keep cutting
Oh,
it
she's,
down.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you get
It's
so
wild,
much
yeah.
debris and
Yeah,
you
I
get so
did
much stuff.
everything.
I mean, I get it, cause it runs through those big old boxes under 110 and
Yeah.
it's coming at your place hard.
That
But it's
is
pretty
right.
wide there, but then it starts narrowing and then it goes up in your neighbor's yard, which is wonderful, and logins.
Yeah.
And then it
Well, cause I've done a
bottled,
retaining wall
then it
before, and I'm
necks
just
back
thinking
down.
I could slope it some.
it necks back down at Edwards, and that's where it picks up velocity. And then at Aaron's, it spreads back out, but it's pretty tight.
And
And that's
on-
why we need to widen it at Martin's.
Okay.
And once it widens there, maybe we take the pressure off that. Our next scary deal was over there at DM's, but it hasn't done anything, and thank goodness it hasn't.
We need
And I
to
think
get
you got
this-
more meat to that. Fortunately, that stretch right there, I mean, the levee is significantly wider, thicker
And the
than it is
angle,
further down.
your angle.
Thank God.
The second spot that's sloughing is just steep, so it's undermining underneath and it's sliding down.
Exactly right.
And that's where Jeff went in and fixed it. I mean, that's all you can do. You just didn't have enough manpower and truck
At
to
the time,
do it.
it didn't look like a big fix.
So is the motion on the table for
Yes.
389 and 393? Or did I call for a vote?
And combine them and get a better price while they have
But
their equipment in here.
we've got to move on and fix this and then come up with a plan to approach the city, and then what are we gonna do to refund ourselves?
Yeah.
And I have
Yes.
an in at the
Or
city. I
limit the
know
liability
Chris
in the
White.
future,
Well,
even if we
see,
have to eat this one.
But if y'all tell me what it is y'all really wanna know from the city, I can ask him. He's from
Okay.
Terrell, I know him, and he was one of the guys that, he was over the project with the sewer. His name is Chris Ranks.
I appreciate that.
So y'all get with me and
Great
tell me
asset.
what it is you want, and I'll ask him who do we need to talk to.
Somebody's through swimming.
It's all good.
Everybody's gotta be careful leaving or they're gonna get soaked.
Anything else? Any observations, points? Chit chat?
How far is Mike's planning to be dug out? Like,
We're gonna do as much as we can up to the sewer.
He estimated.
up to the,
that-
where this, okay.
About 700.
Up to the sewer, up to my property?
No, are you talking about this way? Or are you
West.
talking
He
about?
estimated at 750 feet.
750
You're talking
feet.
north-south.
linear
Oh,
feet.
He's talking
North
north-south.
to
All the
south.
trees from there, I would imagine to
So
the
that's
ridge.
That
south.
sewer line is
Start-
closer to the
Y'all
creek
said the
than I
bridge,
thought.
this bridge.
Starting,
That's
and
another
it'll
thing
start,
too. They've got the
How many
easement,
feet is there?
it's their sewer line
30 feet.
right on
both
the lip
sides.
of the issue with the creek, right where the trees are. Is their sewer line underneath?
Are the trees in there right away?
I would say that their right of way probably extends
They're right away.
30 feet?
Probably 30
60 feet.
Yeah,
Not
it's
60 feet.
Yeah, it is.
I would say definitely. But we did that the first time too, and they didn't accept any responsibility to maintain it. That was the reason we really went after the city.
Yeah, we tried.
The first time.
Man, I remember.
Because that, you know, the Fritcher and the engineers that were spoken to at the time said the root cause of the issues that were fighting on the levee probably from that west side.
So next time the city wants to use the levee to
No
take
more.
all their stuff down there, we
No
can
more.
say, yeah. Because remember, y'all caught them just going back there and clearing all that area out and
Yeah.
everything without,
They were repairing the water.
yeah.
That was
Well,
nice down there, but.
they did have an easement for that, to do that work back there.
So,
but not our-
Did they have the right to travel on the levee with their equipment?
That I don't remember.
That's
Well,
the way
they paid they were paying people, so they must didn't have the right.
they've got
I
the
mean,
key to the lock.
right, but they asked all
Got a
of
lot
us,
of them.
1, 2, at least 4, 5 of us.
That,
The
that
house
was
is different.
for the, that was for those
But it
different
was-
projects.
Yeah, but it's still all connected with the
It was a
sewer.
different, it was a different
Are they
project.
bringing equipment down the levee?
Not on this project. Not on the
No, I'm
project
talking
when
The
they did.
one, the one last year.
The one last year, they drove their, John Deere equipment on the levee and then accessed that easement driving down the levee.
So they.
To the
Or
spillway.
down the creek?
But it
Yes.
wasn't having to do with the sewer though?
I wasn't
No.
aware that they were doing
Oh.
that.
Behind the spillway.
The
That's
only
what-
other
so
way
that's
they could have
something
done there was through the Wright's property,
No, they can
They
go
would have
down
to-
this road. We had gave them access to go down this road.
but they can't cross Willow Creek that way.
It possibly caused the second problem that Jeff has been fixing, because it's kind of a tire rut, and then it rained and it started sloughing. Hard to prove, but that's where the tires went down through there. They had a backhoe. That's how heavy it was. And we need to hold them responsible and get them to sand cap the entire top, make it domed like it used to be. That would be
Top
the
of the
ultimate.
levee? Why would
Because
they
now
do
it's
that?
rutted with tire tracks.
Why
and it
would they
didn't used
do
to be.
that? What leverage do they have?
Well,
We
they're
would
driving
have
their
to
equipment
get
through there,
them
and
to assume that
we'd
they
have
were
to say there were
damaged.
damages, but, because that's when it started, that's when our problem started. On the second spot.
They could build a $35,000 train bridge back across the creek, Willow Creek, back there if they wanted.
Well, let's have them do it right here. They don't have to go that far.
That's back to the levee though.
But it was cute.
Thanks.
But that's where we are, and we need to vote on it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think we need to get fixed what's Sarah's and I, get it done quick. The other thing that I think we need to do is spend an extra $1,500 and get hydro mulch. We'll figure out a way between us.
We've got to do the irrigation too.
Somebody's
Water
got a
it.
pump. We're gonna hit Aaron up for electricity or water if we need it. We
Absolutely.
can pull the smartest thing to do, borrow his electricity, put a pump between the two fixes and rig it up.
I mean,
Well,
I have a pump that
Oh,
if
yeah,
you can
yeah.
figure out.
We can get it rigged up.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
good.
he can do anything.
You say you can get rid of
I have a pump that you're welcome to tee
I got a
off
great
from in the boathouse.
Love it.
Pick of the litter we got.
I know Phil can come up with something.
Yeah, Phil can do it too.
Phil can figure out
Well,
something.
Tom's
But I
got
think
some
that's-
pretty good
I think
weed
that's
killer
good
he
ones,
can,
yeah.
share with anybody who
Yeah.
wants some lawn work done. What do y'all
I can
think
kill
about?
stuff. Look at my truck.
Yeah, I noticed all that.
It's my landscaping business I'm starting.
So where was the hydro mulch be? Right,
They'd access it from the levee.
Yeah.
on the levee side?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No hydro mulch on this side right here. Just at spots on the levee. I think for maybe 8,000 feet, you only got a minimum of, I think, only $1,500. So we're gonna have near that. Spray it, keep it watered. I think within 10 days, you're gonna see some pretty good growth on it.
And we're going into our dry season.
And that was a lot of the issue before, is it just
Yep.
couldn't keep it wet enough.
So, will, do these, I thought I remember reading in these proposals that they're going to, on the levee side, you're gonna cut the grass
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
so that it, you build stronger roots instead of.
I think they're gonna cut it
Where it's sloughing.
to really see what be able to see what they're dealing with, see how big of an area.
They're gonna reuse the geotextile that they tried to use last year. And we've got an extra truck, some amount, actually.
And then cut on this
Beds
fence,
you're talking about?
pull it back
That
up
was
and try to
kind of
reuse
shows
it.
up there on the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that water get behind there or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cause what they planted didn't stick.
Just there couldn't be growth.
It died, yeah, it died.
Right.
The only rains we got, we didn't get any real good rains, and everything was,
Well, even if we had to, rent a pump, a gasoline pump or whatever.
we are 100% gonna do it, whatever it takes.
Okay, let's vote.
Already got the motions to do it?
He had a second.
Whatever.
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
Third, fourth.
All in favor of the project?
Do we need to
And
do it, do we need to do it by person, or do we just raise hands?
let's just raise hands and go on down the road. So I think the proposal on the table is the first one, 389, in addition to 393,
Plus how the,
plus a high mulch.
And renegotiating the price.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, opposed?
Princess?
I said
Okay.
I thought I did.
I made the motion, speak up. I never got to take
Let's
this.
record, only person opposed is Princess.
And she made the motion.
She probably.
Yeah.
You just wanted us to vote so you could say, no, I see how it is.
No.
Yeah.
she been on the turn and folded on the river.
Hey.
Okay.
Nice meeting, good job, Jeff.
There you
Did
go.
it.
Thanks,
Everybody
meeting
good?
adjourned.
Thanks for all your hard work.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
thank y'all.
Good seeing everybody.
Since a village.
There you go.